joins me as I watch the World Cup here. I'm in the U.S. with the family, and I'm skeptical that anyone will be on YouTube to watch me watch the World Cup, but we'll see. I'm here in Baltimore in a bar, and we'll see what. Here comes the here come the three lions onto the field, and hopefully I'll like to watch the cup. I feel so bad that I'm out of the country at this very pivotal, very key moment in the country. No one would have guessed. Hey, Jason. No one would have guessed that England would have been in the World Cup. It's coming home, Robert Taylor. Yes. So let's do this, guys. So, are you guys watching it at the same time while you're live, joining me live on this thing? I've never done this before. Watch like a sporting event while being live. Yeah, look at the atmosphere. Look, it's. So I think when I planned my holiday with the wife, I saw that the World Cup was at the same time, and I thought, there's no way England is going to be. Oh, look how much taller Kane is to Modric. I never thought that that England would get this far, so I thought it won't be no problem. So we planned it for this 2 week. Um, yeah. So you guys are gonna have to bring me up to speed because I've only watched. I mean, I watched the group phase. I watched a couple of games in the group phase, but I didn't watch any of the elimination games so far because I've been on holiday. So you guys are gonna have to bring me up to speed with what do you think is gonna happen, some of the background on the team. But I wanna join in as much as possible, clearly. But I'm here in a pub called Ye Old, no, not Ye Old, but Old Philadelphia Inn restaurant. You watched in Bulgaria? You're committed, man. You're so committed. You think it'll go to penalties? Okay, okay. So I do have a red hat. I thought of bringing my red hat, but it has something at the top that isn't England related. So I thought it wouldn't be that cool. But no, I'm here in spirit. My heart is beating for this team. Why don't you guys tell me what this whole fanaticism is around the "Bring It Home" song? Or "It's Coming Home." Sorry, "It's Coming Home." What's that all about? Yeah, it's kicking off. I can see it. There, and they're off. We don't want it to be penalties because we might lose. We're bringing it home. Seems like everything is bringing it home. I want someone to explain to me what that's all about. Hey, already. Okay. So clearly, a lot of jitters. Everyone's eager. I was reading that the streets are like absolutely clear and the roads are empty. Everyone's either in a pub or at home watching the game. It was a big hit song. England team was a song every World Cup. Oh, the England team has a song for every World Cup. Okay, so what was the song for last World Cup? Evening, Paul. Let's see. So what are the bookies saying about this game? Who are the favorites in this game? Oh, equal, huh? Okay. I guess this World Cup is the World Cup where a lot of the surprises were the big teams getting eliminated, like Brazil and Germany early on, and Argentina. I mean, hence it's coming home. Hmm. I saw a few memes or a few videos out there where like some movie skits where some classic movie scenes were dubbed over with "It's Coming Home," like the scene from Part One of The Matrix where Neo is stopping the bullets coming from the agents at the end, and the bullets. Let's see, football invented or codified in Cambridge in 1850s. Good to know. Good to know. That scene where the bullets are actually disappointment, like losing the Euro Cup, getting eliminated last World Cup, cynicism, etc. And then Neo says, in that voice, "It's coming home." Oh. So I thought that was a really funny meme. Lillian and the kids are. The song is about the fact that England invented it and how the biggest world competition is the World Cup. So if England win it, it'll come home. Oh, okay. Okay. So it's kind of like, let's see, who's your most liked player? I like Kane, actually. I like the captain. From all that I've read about him, he seems like a reclass act and puts his teams first above himself. So I quite like that style of leadership. Not kind of like a prima donna expecting everyone to do everything for them. So I really like that. He's my favorite. So what are your predictions, guys? I saw someone say England win it in a shootout. I mean, in penalties. Oh, here we go. Let's see what's this. No one's commenting because everyone's watching this bit. Here we go, chaps. Quiet down, quiet down. Here we go, here we go. Oh, early on already. Wow. Amazing. Amazing. Wow. Strike first, strike early. Amazing. Let's see this. Wow. Unbelievable. Wow. I feel a little self-conscious. I was gonna go crazy here, but I'm the only one here. Well, there are a few other stragglers in here, but they're not watching the game. They're just kind of having an afternoon beer. Stunning, chaps. Stunning. Already on the board. Already. I'm supporting England in this match, of course. Thank you. That was my food. Wow. Unbelievable. The other thing that makes me annoyed about being away from the country, there's so much happening in the country right now, and it sucks to be away from it. So you have the 100-year, the centenary celebration of the RAF, which I would love to have been in London to see that. You have the mutiny on the HMS Theresa May, and the cabinet reshuffle. Wish I was there to see that and comment on that. That's stunning. Um, you have the president coming over to England and all the protests and the baby balloon floating over Parliament. Um, so lots going on, and I'm here. I'm here in the U.S. So it's couldn't have picked a worse time. I think couldn't have picked a worse time to leave the country. Let's see if Croatia recovers. It looks like they're kind of stunned over that early strike. It is. This is a quiet pub in Baltimore, Maryland, America. I'm here on holiday. Nice D, nice D, nice D. Harry always with the absurd comments. What's better, American football or English football? It has its differences. It has its differences. I think there's a certain level of like savagery in American football. It's like real violent. It's kind of like rugby. I would say rugby is superior to American football, but in that sense. But compared to English football, I would say the display of just sheer masculinity and savagery, American football is higher up. But in terms of skills, I don't know. It's a tough call. Theresa May fired and England win the World Cup. That would be a happy Christmas. That would be a happy birthday. That would be great. We are on holiday, Riki. Yeah, I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. But we're on holiday in the U.S. So that's why I'm watching it in the U.S. But look at that goal. They're rerunning the goal, replaying the goal. Wow. That was quite a lot of skill to get that ball in. Just under the goalpost. Amazing. I think this is going to be the longest live session I will have. I will try to stay on for the whole game. So stay with me, folks. We want Lillian. She's prettier than you. Lillian is hanging out with her girlfriends. So I'm on my own. She is so much prettier than I am, I admit. I hope we don't get any trolls. Last time I went live, I got some trolls. Harry asks, thoughts on the BTS trolls? Man, they were pretty intense. I didn't expect. It's like I stirred a hornet's nest or something on that video. Hey, I sing all right. She does sing pretty. I mean, she's classically trained. She's gotten years upon years of. But back to the BTS trolls. Yeah, I was really surprised at that. It's like I insulted the NHS or something. I'm not saying it to you, no way. It's like I insulted someone's mother or something. Like, they went crazy. No, I am not singing. They are. K-pop fans are pretty intense, man. Here we go. Pipe down, chaps. on, England. Oh, okay. Home team, like home team in American football. My my English football home team are the. People told me to stop calling them the Saints because no one calls them by their nicknames. So I'll just say Southampton is my English football team. But in the U.S. and American football, my home team are the Baltimore Ravens. Yeah, what is it in Blighty? So they report here in Fahrenheit. Here it's about 95 F, 95 Fahrenheit. I don't know what that is in Celsius. It's so hot. What's the weather in what's it in Southern England? Jake, stop telling me to sing. I don't know that song, all right? Sorry to speak with food in my mouth, but you know, I'm just a pleb. I'm just a chav. 25C ain't too bad. Here we go. Oh. I watched the Serpensa vlog, and the Chinese are always attacking him for not showing enough respect. What? Showing enough respect to BTS? Wow, that was close. It looks like England is striking often and striking fast. Is this the way the other games went? The other elimination games? Was England on the attack very early? I don't, Jake. The league just isn't that mature yet. It's not that good. So it didn't fall on my radar before I left for England. I think MLS has been around, what, now like 10 years? How long has MLS been around? I don't like it. It seems like it's where the main... Can I react to the Brexit white paper when it's released tomorrow? Yeah, if you can get me a copy, Harry. Take care and enjoy your holiday. Thank you. Best wishes. Riki. 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 Rikity cheek cheek cheek. Hello, Schmat. Yes, post a copy to me, and I'll happily read the white paper and react to it. But I think, yeah, I'm here for another 3 days, and then I'll be back in England on Friday. But, what was I going to say? Okay, Jake, I think, Jake, England will win this 2-1. 2-1. See you, Harry. Always a pleasure. Comments are the most interesting, above most. So is Croatia an older team? Is that what someone was saying? Overall, on average, Croatia is an older team? When was the last time Croatia made it to the elimination stage? I don't remember Croatia putting up good teams. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Oh. I wonder, is there any lag in what I'm watching and what your guys is watching? So, what's a Harry Kane haircut? Is that where it's like high and tight, like high head but tight sides? 20 seconds lag. Wow, that's a big lag. Is this one being played in Moscow? What city in Russia is this game being played in? Oh. Oh, it's the home stadium. And is this where the final is going to be played as well? It's not that big. So, if England win this game, then of course England should beat the shite out of France. It should be like a thrashing, like a 5-6-0 thrashing of France. Anthrax says Trump arrives tomorrow. We need a natural leader like him. I think too many emotions will be in play if I make a comment on that comment. So I'll just leave that one. So do you think Boris will be PM by the end of next week? What are the odds? Uh-oh, here we go. Uh-oh. Nice D. Nice D. How do you like this track? JR, yeah, you know, I would like JRM to be PM too, but he seems to be like just a lifelong backbencher. No politics. Okay, Paul, I'll back off. Let's just keep it off. Let's see here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Croatia's attacking. She'll probably survive this, but once she's gone, it'll be JRM or Boris. Quiet in there. It is. So for those who've just joined, I'm watching out of a pub in Baltimore, Maryland, because we're on holiday. Lillian is out with some of her old girlfriends with the kids, so I'm relaxing here in an American pub. 29 degrees, wow. So I am in the US watching the World Cup, and as you can tell, lots of people are excited for the World Cup here in the US. They've taken time off from work and are here. There's barely any room. No, I'm not from Baltimore, but I did, this is the last place we lived before we moved to England. So we lived here close to 4 years. It is 2:20. 2:20. Oh. I do hope to get British citizenship. I do hope to get dual citizenship. I'm a few years away from that. And then you guys will be stuck with me for the rest of my life. Hmm. I don't know. Future plans for the channel. So, I don't know if you caught the last time I went live, but we have 2 graduates now working for the channel. So, I hope to grow that staff. So that frees me and Lillian from doing videoing and editing, because that takes 15, 20 hours a week, minimum. So, currently, I don't know if you've noticed, but we've got this like Monday, Wednesday, Friday rhythm where we do a Monday list video. Can you get dual citizenship or gotta pick one eventually? As far as I understand, the U.S., not many American citizens can get dual citizenship, but the UK is one of the countries that America permits, let's say, dual citizenship. So Mondays is a list video. Wednesdays is a reacting to video. Today's was reacting to Thomas the Tank Engine. And then Friday is more of your traditional vlog, kind of like you following us and our lives and what we're doing. And it seems like, you know, when we started the vlog, I wasn't quite sure what was more full vlogs. So Jake, when you say more full vlogs, you mean more about what we're doing with our lives? Let's see, my doctor in the UK is from Houston, Texas, and she has dual citizenship. Yes, so I hope to get dual citizenship. So I'm just reading from the stats, looking at the audience types, assessing the data, and it looks like the Monday, Wednesday videos do a lot better than the Friday video. Yeah, I want to do more of those too, Jake. So, you know, I want to grow the channel, I want to grow the subscription base and everything. Fridays do like not nearly as good as the Monday, Wednesdays, and those are the more straightforward vlogs. So what I'm hoping to do is increase the production value of the Friday vlogs. Not like that make it so Hollywoody or, you know, high polish, but I think, you know, a little better camera work by people who know how to handle a camera, a little bit better editing work by people who know how to do editing. So kind of improve and lengthen the Friday. Yep, Schmat, so I've been planning to go to the Lake District for a while. It seems like every time I go to book something to go into the Lake District, it's like booked 3 years in advance. So you guys really know how to book things way in advance. So plans for the channel, you know, I want to grow. I want to be 1 million subscribers. I want to be those crazy Americans that live in the UK who are trying to show British people how much they love their country. So, you know, I know that it seems to be all men watching this. Anthrax. Yes. You mean the football game? Or the live? Yeah, I guess if it's the live, that maybe they all expected to see my wife, and so they've joined in, but... Wow, we've been on for 30 minutes. Amazing. You need to do a Carolina Reaper challenge video. What is that? Reaper? What is that? No. I'm not doing any of those wild YouTube challenges where people... John Carter. It's not our first time live. I think it's our 3rd time live or something like that. Someone suggested we do it fortnightly. So I'm thinking about doing that. Anyway, let's look at this. Oh, pretty good D. Love the Thomas React video. Would love to see more kids' TV reactions such as CBBC channel videos. John, mate, you've won the thread so far. Do it weekly. What, go live weekly? How do you win a thread? Is that by like making the cleverest comments, the coolest comments? Do you want to expect to live here permanently? Yeah, I'd love to see Sean the Sheep. Weekly, okay, we'll think about that. I do want to come up north. So Lillian and I were talking that our next trip is going to be to York. I want to see York Minster and really experience this so-called northern hospitality. Oh, make interesting comments. Okay. Yeah, so I want to get Durham. Okay. Durham Cathedral 2 is another one I want to see. That's the one that's right on the water, isn't it? So, but I want to mainly not just see the sights, but being all my time I spent, all the time we've lived in England, we've mainly spent in the South. You know, all I get a feel is this sort of look away, don't say hi to anyone kind of culture. So I'd love to see the North and see if people actually look you in the eyes when you walk down the road and say hi. That would be really nice. Okay, Barry, my wife, that was, okay. Yeah, dual citizenship is definitely a path I'm interested in getting. Let's have a look at this game. So still 0-1, 0-1, sorry. Stuffing my face. This is a reasonable sized burger. This is not. See the side? I'm not stuffing my face. How insulting. How rude of you. How American of you to say such a thing. How American. Oh, here we go. Oh, man. That was close. That was close, chaps. That was unbelievably close. Let's have a look here. Oh, did they call offsides? Okay. Yes, Baltimore is the murder capital of the U.S. However, as you know, these big cities, Penn and Fen and Posies is an amazing place where you meet. Okay, was Hogwarts in the first? Okay, Johnny Host, I'll keep that in mind. But yes, Baltimore is the murder capital of the world. But with any city like London, where people are getting knifed to death on a daily basis, you have a surrounding area that is safer. And so where we lived was in the surrounding area. I'm in Baltimore because this was the last place I lived. We both lived before we moved to England. We lived here 3 or 4 years. So we have a lot of friends, a lot of roots here. How do you guys like the music selection? Are there any of those talking trains in the U.S.? You mean like Thomas the Tank? Tom the Tank Engine. Got to vote in the next American election? Yes, of course, we get to vote absentee ballots. What's Baltimore like? Would love to visit. Next British one. You seem to be getting the hang of this football watching. If you like Baltimore, try the gun crime capital of the UK, Nottingham. That wins the thread. Durham is lovely. Can't hear it. Music, that is. Oh, okay. Let me see if I'll try to sing it. Let's see. Go slow, I fall behind. Second class unwinds, and you left, and you will find it. Time after time, da da da. I will catch you. I'll be waiting. Time after time, That song. We can hear it, Lowell. You fell for it. I still have some of that American gullibility. I don't think I'll ever lose it. I don't think I'll ever lose that American sort of believe everything. Audition for X Factor. Give me a break. That was so close. I should have been in. What's been the possession? Has it been mainly England possession? I could be in BTS. Okay, let's see here. Uh-oh. Ooh, good D. Do I like American football? I like it in the sense that I think for the boys, like when they start playing early on, the sheer physicality of it and the violence of it gives them a taste of like man-to-man fighting, kind of like wrestling. And I think boys who grow up without that physicality, the reality of that physicality, miss out and won't be prepared in case that physicality, in case they encounter it in later life. That's my 2 cents on American football. My team are the Baltimore Ravens. They suck, but that's my team. Rugby, boxing, or American football? I haven't gotten the chance to get into rugby, and I think if I got into it, I could really like it. I could really get into that because I think the pads and everything and the helmets, it's not needed, and the physicality without that stuff is a little bit more impressive. I would suggest. Let's have a look here. You know what? I think I've had enough of this massive burger. Are you aware that Quidditch is a real sport? Now, I don't know if you're taking the mickey or if you really mean that. I'm not aware either way. Here we go. No. Wasted opportunity. I don't know about Quidditch. Does that remind me, jog my memory, and my Harry Potter memory is in the distant past. Isn't that the one where they play on brooms? On flying brooms? And the ball just kind of twitches around? Yeah, I think if I get the chance to get into rugby, I would like it a lot. What's the saying? I'm sure one of you guys knows it. It's like, football is a gentleman's sport played by savages or something like that, and rugby is a savage's sport played by gentlemen. I think I'm paraphrasing, something like that. What I don't like about English football is all the fake falling. All the just throwing yourself to the ground. What's up with that? It's stupid. Thugs is the word, not savage, yeah. They leave their doors unlocked, Anthrax. Wow. That seems like a time long since past. Long since past. boxing, the thing is you have those gloves, right? So I've heard people say that the gloves allow you to be a lot more. It elevates the unsafety of it, the lack of safety. Whereas if you just punched with fists, without gloves, it would be safer. This is what I've heard. Someone's going on about Quidditch. I'll have to look into this. In classic British parlance, I would say, what are you playing at? To see a vlog from Baltimore. Yeah, I mean, we're doing a lot of recording on this holiday. So we started out in Burlington, Vermont, which is kind of like New England. Then we went down to Philadelphia. And then from Philadelphia, it's rubbish, mate. Some sarcastic buggers in here. That's what I thought. So then from Philadelphia, we then went down to Alexandria, Virginia. And this is all in car, by the way. So we've packed the family into a car and done all this driving. From Philadelphia, went to Alexandria, Virginia, which is just outside D.C. Spent some time with some family there. And then from Alexandria, we then drove down all the way to Beaufort, South Carolina, which is near Parris Island, which is just south of Charleston, South Carolina. And you should buy yourself a British beer. There aren't any here. I asked for one. I looked for one. I couldn't find a British beer. So then to Beaufort, South Carolina. Have you done no, I haven't done a rugby reaction. Someone in the comments about 4 months ago offered me tickets to the like Army Navy rugby game, something like that. But then that fell through. So I'm not quite sure what my first reacting to video on rugby is, but it's definitely in the works. So then after Beaufort, South Carolina, which is by Parris Island, which is the famous boot camp site for the U.S. Marine Corps. We rented an Airbnb mansion. It was it was like the most beautiful thing you've ever seen. And Airbnb is definitely the way to go if you're not done it. So we stayed in an Airbnb in Beaufort with some family, and then drove all the way back up to Baltimore to stay some time with friends. And then from Baltimore, tomorrow we'll be back in Philly. And then the next day, Friday, we'll be driving up to Boston. Jake, Airbnb is like a million times better than a hotel. If you're looking for a communal experience, so you get a kitchen, you get a full house basically. You can get a full house just for yourself and your family. You go to the grocery store, you buy your groceries, you don't eat out like every day. So if you're looking for a great economical experience on holiday, Airbnb I cannot recommend it more than that. You should definitely give it a shot. So tomorrow morning we drive back to Philly, which is Thursday, and then Friday we drive back to Boston, which is where we flew into. We flew into Boston, and we'll catch an evening flight, a red eye, from Boston to Gatwick. So we'll be landing in Gatwick sometime Saturday morning. So if anyone wants to greet the Postmodern family and is in the Gatwick area, we'll be coming out on Saturday in the morning. It will be a Norwegian air flight from Boston Logan Airport to Gatwick. So consider that an open invitation to come out with a sign that says, "Welcome to the Postmodern family. Here are some, I don't know, chocolates." I don't know what I'm saying. I hope my wife doesn't crucify me for saying, giving away our flight details. Um, but but that's the gist. So let's see what's going on here. So minute 42. Um, anyone know we have had 49% possession? Okay, I was gonna ask that. So 49%. So a pretty even split game then. Let's see. I live 15 minutes from Levi Stadium, where Ryan, lifelong Cowboys fan. Hmm. Cowboys. So I was a Cowboys fan when I was a boy. Um, I followed Troy Aikman, Emmett Smith, Michael Irvin, Leon Lett, Charles Haley. Um, so this was the post Herschel Walker era with Jimmy Johnson as head coach. That was like, did they? So I read that there were some British diving specialists that were integral or leading the rescue effort. I wasn't quite sure whether it was true or not. What do you think of motorsport in general, NASCAR versus IndyCar in particular? Do you like Trump? He is the best. I'm not going to comment on politics. Um, but as far as Indy versus NASCAR, I think they both have their merits. I think I haven't been able to get into the Indy or Formula One stuff, but I think NASCAR gets a bad reputation with it just doing circles. It's not just doing circles. Um, it's guys, good D. Mm, England doing well. So is Croatia, is its language cognate with Russian? Is it a Slavic tongue? Do any of you know? So 1 minute extra time. This should be coming to a close. So is there a halftime show? Latin writing, but Slavic language. Is there a halftime show with like music and cheerleaders and dancers? Can someone enlighten me? All of former Yugoslavia is Slavic except Kosovo. So Croatia was part of Yugoslavia. Is that what you're saying? I don't know my Baltic history very well. Oh, I see. And is it what? Is it a 15-minute or half-hour halftime show? I think I'll stick with you guys during the halftime. I'll stay with you with the whole game. Let's give it a shot. This is cool. It's gonna be an hour and a half. Um, Longer than an hour and a half, 2 hour live video. We'll see. 15 minutes. So 45 plus 45, hour and a half, hour 45, some extra time. We're talking like hour 52 hours. The Russians are supporting England because they got knocked out by Croatia. You know, it's so fascinating that you have the World Cup happening and then the whole NATO meeting happening. I know we won't get into politics. I won't discuss who's like what's right, what's wrong, but you know, it's just interesting with the whole NATO versus Russia, and then the Russia is hosting the World Cup. I read that Croatia is where the filming of Game of Thrones is. Croatia, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Serbia, Kosovo, Macedonia, Montenegro. So here's a question that causes controversy in the nerd forums of history: are the Macedonians Greeks? And I don't know. Some people get pretty heated about that question. But Slavic is a language invented by a couple of church fathers or church figures, Cyril and I forget the other one, but way after, let's say, Alexander the Great. So the question is, you know, was Alexander the Great a Greek, or was he Macedonian? And is Macedonian different than Greek? And it gets really tense. So I don't mean to stir the hornet's nest. I was about to say that using the name Macedonia would upset the Greeks. Yes. You know, one thing I'm interested is that London mayor going to let the Trump balloon fly. The last I read, yes. I will guarantee you, Jake, that if England wins the World Cup, we will put a video up of her singing "It's Coming Home." You have my word on that. But we've been thinking of doing a series of reacting to videos to like old British commercials. There are YouTube videos out there of like British commercials from the 60s and 70s. Some of them are really funny. Alexander the Great was born in Macedonia, province in Greece. He was ethnically and culturally Greek, Macedonian, or Slavic. Hello, Stephen from Sheffield. I've never been to Sheffield. What's Sheffield's claim to fame? One thing. What should we all know about Sheffield? Go, let's see who wins the thread. Come on, I'm waiting. Hi, I am from Lincoln. Steel. Coal. Okay. So it's a blue-collar town of working people. Good old-fashioned working people. Is Lincoln, so I saw someone from Lincoln, hi from Lincoln. Is Lincoln the same? What should we all know about Lincoln? Human League, Def Leppard. You mean that you're hearing right now? Think of the full Monty. Okay. Hi, Dave from Nottingham, Robin Hood. He freed the slaves. It's got nothing on Barnsley Core. Oh, we're getting into some competitions. Hi. Hello. So it looks like halftime came on and everyone joined the live. The old Macedon includes most of Macedonia and part of Greece. But Macedonia as a thing only existed after Greece existed as a thing. So of course Greece takes preeminence. Anyway, Def Leppard from Sheffield. Oh, okay. So if you should know one thing from Sheffield is that Def Leppard came to. React to the Pizza Hut advert where the current England manager is hiding in the restaurant due to missing his World Cup penalty. Robin Hood wore Lincoln green. Okay, so the one thing to remember from Lincoln is that Robin Hood wore Lincoln green. Is that what we're saying? Any updates to, I used to live in Stratford upon Avon, Shakespeare was born. Yep, we have a cathedral on a hill. It was the tallest building in the world. Okay. We have the red arrows here. Okay, so the red arrows are based out of Lincoln. Okay, so any updates to the predictions? So some people said England 3-0. I said England 2-1. Kingdom of Macedon is the reason for the land and name claimed by Macedonia. But when did the Kingdom of Macedon come into existence? I'm carrying on an intellectual, geeky conversation with one person and then a football conversation with someone else. So, 02, Schmet. Okay. That's my, okay. I can see that. So, I'll say 1 to 2. I guess you have to keep the order of the teams, don't you? You have to say, so it's Croatia versus England. So you say 0-2, not 2-0. Is that correct? Am I getting that? That was the offside, so we're seeing Alexander the Great's father united Macedon. Yes, I think England countryside is so beautiful. Yes, Jods, you've been a long-time commenter. Appreciate all your comments. Macedon just didn't exist before Greece existed. It's just a fact. I think, I don't know who's winning the chat, Jake. I think you've made the most comments, I would venture to say. Yes, Al J. Welcome, bud. I haven't seen you in a while. Jordan Pickford should be knighted. Croatia won, England 3. TOP is nearly identical. However, England seems to be more aggressive. I could see that, Chris. I could see that. Barry Thomas and the Lancaster, we are known as the bomber county. They bombed the dams in Germany. Oh, okay. So that's cool. It's Coming Homeland's Arnold von Karma. Cool name. Cool name. So yeah, so I was thinking of reacting to some of the old commercials. I don't know what else. Give me some suggestions about what to react to. The trouble is, some of the reacting to stuff, it's like copywritten, so I get into trouble. But so give me some ideas about reacting to. Give me some ideas about lists. Jake, thanks for that. I appreciate that. I don't, we're just being ourselves. So thanks for that. Is that your bodyguard at the bar? That comment is awesome. No. To PMF react to Maybot malfunctioning live on air. We even invented the very first tank. We tend to say nil instead of 0. Okay. Question for Lee and others. Which areas would you recommend for a holiday in the UK? We're interested in Cornwall. Any other areas? This would take a great video for the channel. Hey, that's a good idea. Where you should vacation in the UK if you're an American? Well, as with anything, it depends on your taste and what do you want to do on your holiday. Some people actually want to do like lots of hiking and physical stuff on their holiday. Some people want to see some classical history stuff. Some people want just to relax. So it all depends on your taste, bud. You have to say what you want to get accomplished on your holiday for us to answer that question. Got 50 people on the live chat. It's halftime. Come to Yorkshire. Come to Yorkshire. My wife said we should do a video where we try to do different accents. I think that would be horrible and embarrassing for me. But she says we should do it. Gloucester. I know that much. Greetings from West Sussex. Hello, Flexi, and hello, Harry. Come to Reading. Okay. Yankee egg ball causes brain damage. What does that mean, Anthrax? Yes, exactly, Al. We have coast, mountains, the funny, honestly, don't bother with Manchester, it's a dump. Wow, I think you'll insult some... What do you call people from Manchester? Do you say Manchesterites? Come to, let's see. The Nottingham accent is dreadful, it hurts my ears. I say that as a Nottinghamian. Nottinghamian. Fun fact, tanks were originally called land ships, but in order to trick the Germans into thinking they were harmless, we called them water storage tanks, thus the name was born. Wow, that is awesome. Mancunians. Manx. Oh, Manx. Manx, huh? That's a funny name, Manx. While we've been here, one of the other videos we were thinking of doing is I really want to introduce you guys to American country music. Now, set aside all your previous preconceptions about country music. We're sick after all that chocolate you ate. Yeah, I know it was a lot of chocolate, but I want to introduce you guys to country music because, so set aside all your preconceptions. And I know there's like country music is like any music. It's a pretty wide genre and has lots of subgroups and things. But there's a subgenre within country music that just has really wonderful, beautiful, wholesome lyrics about family and tragedy and victory, and it's just so wonderful and so wholesome and so inspiring. I want to. Oh, come on, Stuart. Don't get cynical. Don't get cynical. Um, Forget the name and its etymology. But, some of it is like about farmers struggling to have their harvest and risking their family being their farm being shut down and just asking for help about that. Others is about a father to a daughter. It's just really wholesome music. Really wholesome music. So I wanna talk about that because I struggle to find reactive programs such as The Office. Okay, we are reacting to The Office next week Wednesday. Next week Wednesday they'll be reacting to The Office. There's a British duo doing country now and they're big in America. Can't remember their name. I don't remember that. Jake, I did think about reacting to Grime. It's in the queue. We're gonna do that. Are you voting for England? Yes, I am rooting for England, yes. This RT react to UK grime music like storms? Yes, so I do intend to react to grimes, but grime music. Yes, bruv. Yes, bruv. I've been to Kent a number of times, but I haven't been to Rochester. Schmatt says, please make a country music playlist full of meaningful music. I will do that. Come to Lincoln, we are the second biggest county. Okay. Crap music grime. Johnny Host. Okay, so we have some discussion. Let's talk about grime. Is it the downfall of British culture or is it actually something worthwhile to react to? Let's see. Sorry, I don't know how to spell rooting. Oh, okay. Shat. Sing grime in opera style? No way. No way. Country music, yes. You have to give country music a chance. I tell you, man, it's really good. Spotify playlist of country music worth listening to would be awesome. Okay, so do people do that? Do YouTubers say, hey, here's a Spotify list that I've created? Who is your favorite country star? This is a live stream. We're watching the England FIFA World Cup game, the semifinal, and it's halftime, so we're just chatting now. It's coming home, yes. Barry asks, how do you like the UK? I actually quite love it. You guys are a little difficult to get used to know first. There's a big barrier. Gosh, it's a big hedgerow. But once you get through that hedgerow, you're nice people. You're lovely people. But it's hard to get through there. And some people are just really disingenuous, like just polite but fake. There's a lot of fakery. But you set those aside and you get some really genuinely nice people. So, that man has a gun. No, I haven't done a video on British folk dancing. Yes, come on, here we go. To get on UK people's good side, just buy them a pint and they'll be happy in it. I'm used to it. I met my wife in 1976, so my father-in-law was an American. Bar's getting busy now, yes. So my favorite, I grew up listening to, my dad listened to Willie Nelson, Kenny Rogers, Dolly Parton. So I have a little soft spot for that. But some of the newer guys, the newer country tends to try to incorporate like hip hop and rap. And I'm not too keen on that. So my prediction, DJ Tricks, will be 1-2 England. Jake, if we win, I will do something embarrassing here in this bar. I guarantee you. The Gambler, yes. I'm gonna sing The Gambler. I'll sing a verse or a chorus from The Gambler for you in a minute. I just want to see the beginning. I have visited Manchester for work though, so I was just in and out. Mm. I think lots of people are looking like, what's this guy doing? But is that your boy's cologne? Let's have a look here. Uh-oh. Croatia on the attack. Good D, good D. React to the in-betweeners. Favorite tea? I'm a traditionalist. I think I like, hang on, I'm watching the game. There's no woman behind me. Yeah, Earl Grey. Earl Grey's my favorite. Let's see. Oh, they've stopped play. I was gonna say pull up with the gang. What does pull up with the gang mean? Oh, Flexi, you never watch England play, huh? Okay. It has been half a century, yes. Not funny. Yeah, not funny, Al, not funny. I did look. You idiots. Look, you guys, this is not a gun crazy, country. Just settle down, right? Do you want to go and see the football in person? I do. Opinions on Jake and Logan Paul. Let's see. Mixed. Clearly they, let's see, something that I've always wanted to know, what do the English call English breakfast tea? I hope they get banged, bruv. I don't know what that means, but Logan Paul. There's a certain class of entertainment, I guess. I mean, I like their, get the shots in, but yeah, I like how they're just kind of like out there and they're like foolhardily bold, let's say, and just sort of do crazy, wild things. It's sort of like, it's a strain of adventuresomeness and bravery that is, bordering on foolishness, but they do a lot of stupid things. But there's like a stupid bravery to that. I think they can be a little bit too offensive and do things that are not worth doing, but kudos to them, they do some pretty brave things. Let's see, are they doing a boxing thing? Oh, right. Aren't they boxing against like a big-time UK vlogger? Am I out of the loop? Do you like cricket? I haven't been able to get into cricket, actually. I want to get into it. Twinnings make English breakfast tea. Okay. Is there a Earl Grey brand that has the royal seal? Like, is there someone who makes Earl Grey with the royal seal? So who's going to win that fight? Twinnings do? Twinnings have the royal seal? I will, DJ. I will scream it out, and then you can see all the people back here to see if they look at me. Oh, I like this song. This is a good song. Ready? I just wanna lose your love tonight. Yeah. Twinings. Oh, Twinings. Okay. Twinings. Favorite musician of all time depends what genre. I guess my favorite genre to listen to is probably classic rock, like The Police, Eagles, things like that. U2, some of the U2, but some of their politics gets too prominent in their music, and so I kind of tune off. Um, I think so. The waitress asked me what I was doing, and she was like all interested in that I was going live on my YouTube channel. So I think if she comes back, I may ask her to comment and say something. What are your thoughts on the world in motion? If England make the final, you should do a reaction vid to World Cup songs, okay? I'll be watching you every move you make. Yes, please. Someone's been watching The Waitress a little bit too closely. You need to settle down, bud. So let's have a look. Thoughts on the Felipe? If England score, you have to run around the bar shouting, "England, I love you, baby." You know, I'm not one to shy away from requests. So, you saying, "England, I love you, baby"? Favorite book? I would say besides the Bible, clearly. For me, my favorite book would have to be Crime and Punishment. If England win, get a pint and just smash it on your head. No, I will not do that. Do a reaction video on someone else's reaction video. We were thinking about that. Let's have a look here. Croatia seems to be attacking a lot more than the first half. The KD Price autobiography. I will. If there's an England-France final, I will paint myself with the English flag. Let's have a look here. Offsides. Can you guys make out the action in the TVs that are here and here? I did that on purpose so you can see like what I see while I comment. Looks like, how dare you? Oh, okay. What am I drinking? I was actually drinking Yingling. It's not I haven't seen it in the UK, but it is the oldest American brewery. And you know, being a young country, I'm sure you will not be surprised to learn that the oldest is from the early 1800s. So, but anyway, Yingling is the oldest American brewery, and that's what I'm having a pint of that. See ya, DJ. You need to react to Johnny English. If England win, get drunk real quick so Lillian has to carry you home. Proper English tradition right there. How do you get drunk real quick? No. The drunken stage of my life. Whoa, we got a fight here. Here we go. The drunken stage of my life came and went in university, so I'm happy to see that long gone. Hey, at least you have more history than Australia. This is what I've learned, yeah, that Australia has like no history whatsoever. I could park a car in those nostrils. They are big. The better to breathe. I've learned a little bit of self-deprecation from you guys, so I'm happy to make fun of my composure. Let's see, I worry about jinxing England if I put a flag out. Anthrax. Why did you pick the name Anthrax, bud? What name is that? Why would you pick that? Good D, good D. Let's see, Panzin Rude. Oh, okay. So let's see here. So whose uniform? I like the. What's the rationale behind the change of the three Lions uniform from one game to the other, from either like all red or all white? Opinions on Katie Price. She's awful. Awful example. I think these guys are watching the game, aren't they? Up there? I don't know. I can't tell. Seems like we got some guy watching it here. He's watching it. The shirts need to be washed. Oh, I see. Maybe get more vodkas down your neck, lad. No, I won't, Joanne. White is home, red is away. Oh, I see. I see. That's interesting. So if white is away, but then England is listed second when it's like it's Croatia versus England. In the U.S., the home team would be listed second. He in Europe and the UK, the home team is listed first. Is that the way it works? Let's see. Oh, that was close. I am Anglican through and through. Let's see. Teams have color variants. It's only used in the tournament to stop kit clashing. Oh, I see. So I even came like half hour early into the bar because I wanted to scope out the strategic location with the power cable so that my battery didn't run out, with a hookup and with a TV right next to me. It's not tonight here, it's 3 o'clock, and she's hanging out with her girlfriends. So she has the kids and she's hanging out with the old friends in Baltimore. Here we go. Oh. Good defense. Who am I flying home with? I'm flying home with the whole family. So we're all flying out of, you mean what airline? So Norwegian Air, which gets like super good prices. Schmat, we do intend to have as many kids as possible, as God will give us. So as big as the family will be, we'll have it. I did beat the rush. See ya, Jodes. See, Wells have red primary and black, yellow, or green for secondary. I wouldn't know. Have 11 kids and name them after the England team. Silly. Nice, D. But here we go with the corner. All right, hush. Dangerous corner. Nice. Let's see. I wasn't watching all the comments, but I saw, why is the U.S. so bad at soccer or football? I think it's so bad because it hasn't been long entrenched with the kids. So the kids haven't dreamt of playing soccer their whole life, like in the other countries. They prefer American football. I haven't come across the podcast by Wretched. So I think it's just a matter of getting the kids to play, and I think it's getting to that point. I think the shadow, the light then falls right here. That makes my nose look huge. US are way improved these days. Yes, they are getting better. It is getting better. Laura, I've been meaning to get into rugby, and I think I will, but I think it's a sport I could definitely get into. Do I watch Love Island? Hell no. Can I emphasize that? Hell no. That is just absolute rubbish, mate. Just total crap. Yes, yes, the boy definitely, for sure. No, 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 no. I don't want to touch Love Island with a 10-foot pole. That thing stinks. Thanks, Wasp. Um, it'd be interesting if we used Love Island as the litmus test to determine who to be friends with or who to subscribe to. That would be an interesting bit. Yeah, I don't know what is it with. I don't know what it is with these sorts of shows like Love Island. It's base, man, like horrible. Let's see. I love Love Island. How can you love Love Island? How can you love Love Island? Let's see. Yeah, read Crime and Punishment. So what made us come to the UK? I said that in the last live broadcast. There are various reasons. So I put in for a transfer in my company. It's a big multinational Fortune 500 company. So I put in for a transfer. There was plenty of opportunities in England, and I put in for a transfer and got it. Why did I put in for the transfer? Well, we had a young kid, and I wanted to see a little bit of the world still, and I love English history. I think it's part of our patrimony as Americans. We are children of the British people. We are perhaps its greatest contribution to the civilized world. You can take that to the bank. And so I thought, why not go spend some time there? And while I've been here, I've fallen in love with it, and maybe I'll get dual citizenship one day. So, what was the question before that? Immigration. Oh, I'm on a tier 2 work visa. So are the kids and everyone. So the whole family's on a tier 2. And I guess the way the law currently stands, after 5 years in the country with a tier 2 work visa, I can get indefinite leave to remain, and a year after that, citizenship if I apply for it. So that's the story. Some people have asked, do I pay taxes and all that? How does that work? Yes, I pay my NHS, I pay taxes. I basically earn and pay just like a regular British citizen, except I don't have citizenship. Lay off the cream teas, or else you will get a scone belly. Then you will be a British citizen. I'm glad that you have come and hope that you enjoy your stay, but you have to get away from London, though. You do get citizenship, your family is great. Thank you for your very polite, kind comments. So yeah, I think there's a perfect synthesis of American culture and British culture that's possible. So I think on the one hand, there's a higher level of, let's say, civility and advanced politeness and manner in the British culture, and a lot deeper understanding of history and a lot of older sensibility. But in the U.S., you have this sort of like no obstacle is insurmountable kind of optimism, this sort of gun-ho, just do it, sort of foolhardiness, let's call it. And so if you would combine the two, because I think there's a lot of risk aversion in British culture, just speaking out of my workmates and people that I've gotten to know personally, it's a very risk-averse mentality. Like, I don't want to be the one to be blamed for this. I don't want to act rashly because I don't want to be seen as the one to blame. Whereas I think the American mentality is kind of like, forget what people think and just do it. Just drive to your goal. So if you were to combine that, there's like a perfect synthesis. And I think British culture used to be like, for crying out loud, British navigators discovered so much of the world, and then British people landed on so many far-flung areas of the world and invented flight. I mean, there's just so much. The list just can go on and on about the great things that British people have discovered and British people have established, and to think that it then turned inward and just nasal gazed for like a century and just thought nothing but of itself. And it needs to there needs to be like a British Renaissance, I think. My personal opinion. I think there needs to be a British Renaissance where you rediscover the DNA, the blood that's pumping through your very veins of greatness, of adventuresomeness, of courage, of boldness, and it's all there waiting for you on the shelves. The Lord Nelsons, the greatest of men who we looked up to as colonials 200 years ago, 100 years ago. They're in your patrimony, and they've just been spat at so much that it's just so frustrating and so angering to me. But that's just a side point. I think I want to see a renewed Great Britain, a renaissance in these islands that of men, and I think it's wonderful to see England advance in the World Cup, and thinking people have like this sort of inbuilt optimism, this like inbuilt desire to see England succeed. I think your showbiz success is going to your head. Anthrax, I'm not saying I'm going to be the one that leads the Renaissance, but I'm saying I would like to see that. I'm not attributing any credit to myself in that. But let me watch the game here for a minute. Anyway, those are my 2 pence, if you will. Enough with the shame, enough with the guilt. The irony of it all is like we named our channel Postmodern Family, and it was out of sense of irony that we've picked up here in England, here in the UK, because we're anything but postmodern as it's commonly understood. Let's see, we have the British Empire, used to be a strong nation at one time, we go back 1,000 years. Indeed, Barry. And I always said, everyone with get up and go got up and went. Does that mean that everyone with vigor kind of just left the country? Is that what that means? Croatia has tied the game. No, I missed it. Oh. Jake. Croatia scored. Oh no. It's terrible. Joanne. Anthrax. I don't even know what that means, but you see the way that that's what I predicted too, Alj. People these days, notably the young in those London, are so anti-UK. To them, British culture and the supremacy are tied together. Yeah, so people have seemed to won this battle, that to love that British heritage is to be racist somehow. And that seems to have won the day. But I think people, people like me might help in the tiniest a bit, who say like, look, there's a Latin American who lived in oppressed colonial lands, who's saying, guys, just get over it. Like, you brought civilization to the world. Like, the benefits that have been wrought to the world because of this island, because of this one island, are immeasurable. And you need to judge things in context, not out of context. You need to see relative to civilizations of their own time, what were the differences? Not, hey, compared to some grand utopia of how things should be, where does this country sit relative to that? That's not the right judgment. The judgment should be contextual, not out of context. But we're getting sidetracked, buds. Don't get me going on my soapbox of culture and civilization. I want to see the football game. Ooh, look at those English fans. Lovely. One. Equalizer, right? Let's call it the equalizer. Hopefully now they'll wake up and attack more. I don't see any. I don't see any comments. Are we still on? I guess it'll turn in if it is on. Let's see here. Okay. Yeah. You can say that again. That's funny that the intensity of the game translates into the live stream just by virtue of the silence. Oh, snap. Corner. Ooh, guys, this is getting scary. Yeah. Nice. All right. Got out of that one. He got out of that one. Oh, he botched it. What a botch. Okay, some fresh legs.
We'll wait a little bit. We're still on 110 pace for losses. Oh, they're not.
Yes, Welsh Dragon. It's sad. It's sad anyway. Let's see what do I do here. But I think there's a lot. There's a silent majority, I would suspect, who think at least in an emotional level like us, and they just need people that will vocalize it for them, and basically say what they've always believed, but have not had the words to express it. Man, Croatia keeps attacking. What's going on here? Come on, guys. Here we go, here we go. That's rough, Zanu. This is true, Welsh Dragon. You need to teach them to see the difference.
Thank you, Mike. Thanks, Mike.
Naughty Zanu, indeed, indeed. Uh-oh, oh no. Nice. Come on, guys. What's going on here? There we go. There we go. Come on. Cat stream. Oh, here we go. Oh. Oh. Yes, thank you. Could I have another? Yes, please. No one was there. No one was there. Here we go, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Thank you.
How's retirement? Hey, Wilbur, how's your 30th year of retirement? I know it's a good time. I always wanted to be like you. No, you never.
Switching driving sides has been surprisingly easy.
There you go. Walk the dog and pick up the dog.
I've caught myself in parking lots or car parks driving on the wrong side here, but only there, not in the actual road. Oh, snap.
You leave it there, don't you? I'll leave it there. You hear that? Yeah. Give me your name, Will. It's neutral ground. He said his dog is
That was close, man.
I did not put the top off right there. I got to break up so bad on the parachute. I got one little listen on the front. I got the top off. I can pull the cord once. But don't start another rewind it by the end. And then I pull it again. I'm going to
That was so close. No, Jake, I will not be dyeing my hair. I agreed to running around saying, England, I love you, baby. That's the extent that I will do. Oh, snap. Man, the refs aren't calling anything. Refs aren't calling anything. Look at that. Come on, guys. Good one, Adam. Here we go. Here we go, guys. Come on. You're watching. You're not watching the game. You're just watching someone watch the game. Come on, guys. That is crazy risky. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Croatia doesn't seem to be doing anything of the such. Collapsing. Oh no. Good stop. Good catch. Everyone seems to be out of gas, actually. I think you've won this thread, Jake. Come on, guys. Oh! Man, why Croatia keeps attacking? They're certainly not exhausted. They certainly don't appear to be the older team. Yes, I agree, was Pete. Oh no! Oh no! Oh. That was close. That's right, Anthrax. Oh. I have been reading about the WAGs, and it seems like the Daily Fail keeps track of what the WAGs are doing all the time. So interesting. I don't think we have that kind of coverage in American sport. We don't capture what the WAGs are doing. Man, good stuff. Everyone seems tired, actually. No, I'm not getting a pudding, bud. Barry, I've been in the UK for over 3 years, about 3.5. The rhythm is gonna get you. Who likes Gloria Estefan? Here we go, ready? The rhythm is gonna get you. Ya llego. Get you. Rhythm is gonna get you. Rhythm is gonna get you. Ooh. Rhythm is gonna get you. I do. I like it quite a bit, Barry. My wife is of a different mind, but I enjoy it quite a bit. The singing me. All you guys are taking the piss so bad. You think I don't see through it, but I'll indulge you. I'll indulge you anyway. Just say, yeah, yeah, yeah. The rhythm is gonna get you. Man, what's going on here? Rhythm is gonna get you. Rhythm is gonna get you. Rhythm is gonna get you. Oh. Rhythm is gonna get you. Tonight. Bum 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 bum. Oh eh, oh eh. Oh eh, oh oh eh, oh eh. Anyone else think there will be more riots by English fans? Yes. There will be riots one way or another. Ya llegó. Yes, it is fun. It can be fun. There's some people who just can't do it. Reading makes biscuits, please don't make it rain. There's a lot of money on the pitch. Score your buggers. I don't know what that means. Oh, that means these are high-paid players. They should be able to do something, yeah. Man, this is gonna go to penalties. Na, 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 na. The bar is called Old Philadelphia Inn. Sorry, Old Philadelphia Road. That'd be so cool. No, I'm on holiday in the U.S., man. That's why this pub is so empty. This thing. You thought these were British accents back here? Oh, gosh. What are they congratulating him for? Oh, for catching the ball. Hey, did they take it from him? What are they doing? Oh, they have to give it back. I thought it was like the U.S. where you get to keep any ball that goes into the stands. 3 minutes. 3 minutes, chaps, to close this out. Uh-oh. Can you guys hear that? Do you hear those accents?
Probably say 1 or 2 beers every day.
Well, Wilbur don't like draft beer, right, Will? I can't hear you.
I know that. Get your hair out of your ears.
That's that wrinkle cream in there.
Have I tried a roast beef? Yes, I have several times. It's one of the greatest things on earth.
Haven't you had it?
Let's see here.
Your hair looks like it's got a little flexibility there too.
Oh, come on.
I don't like these guys. I like these guys that wear hats that ain't got no hair. Like Joe. Like Joe. Hey, Joe. I like you guys that wear hats. he ain't got no hair.
What do you got in your hair?
What are you talking about, Anthrax? Why did you get that threat? If you're gonna leave, take good care. Hope you make a lot of nice friends out there. And just remember there's a lot of bad anywhere. Baby, baby, it's a wild world. No, it's upon a time. A do 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 do. Ooh, baby, baby, it's a wild world. And I'll always remember you like a child girl. Cat Stevens, who had a transformation, let's call it, a very tragic transformation. Oh, because of this. If you're gonna leave. A copyright infringement because I'm showing the game. You can't see anything. The singing or the match? Ooh, baby, baby, it's a wild world. Remember you like a child girl. No, they're not talking about the game. One was talking about like he couldn't hear him, and he said, "Get the hair out of your ear." Oh, Croatia's coming in with a substitute, some fresh legs. That's it. Oh, wow. Okay. Penalties. It's going to penalties. I'm only singing what's on the speakers above, all right? But if England win, Lillian will sing It's Coming Home. Oh, baby, baby, it's a wild world. And I'll always remember you like a child girl. Over the hills and far away? No, I haven't. But baby, it's a wild world. Just upon a smile. Do you like the Super Bowl? I like the Super Bowl commercials more than the actual game. The game tends to underachieve, although there have been some pretty riveting games in the recent past. Wow, penalties, guys. We'll see if I could get the waitress to come have a little interview. The halftime shows are pretty cool, aren't they? Tips for visiting America. Wow. Well, where are you going? It depends on where you're going. Or where do you want to go? No, there are pub quizzes. Trivia nights is what we call them. BPG, welcome. Have you been here the whole while? I've seen your comments. Very kind to us, defending us from trolls. Appreciate it. How do you feel about no commercials in-game? I love it. I love it. What's there not to love? I hate, commercials are such a pain. Yeah, if you, good on you, mate, good on you. Oh, look at this scene. This is a Croatia party they're showing. Let's see what happens. Is anyone really going to score in extra time? Go home to Pakistan. Help Me says go home to Pakistan. That's funny. What's better, UK way of life or UK way of life? UK way of life. Come on, Wales, we can still win this tournament. That comment won the thread so far. Hey, Andrew, come on. Let's see. What's better, U.S. way of life or UK way of life? I think there's pluses and minuses to each. Pluses and minuses. The U.S. way of life, where homes are not blocked off by hedgerows, people salute you, people say hi, and their kindness is actually sincere. This is one of my gripes with that I have to work with you guys about. You guys think that the kindness in the U.S. is fake and insincere and over the top. It's so over the top that it can't be real. It is real in many instances, and I'll go on to prove it to you. But the real genuine kindness that people extend each other is really something I miss, rather than the sort of cold politeness. So I like that part of the U.S. way of life. But in terms of, there are other things in the UK way of life that are, I think, better. The sort of, there's a lot more planning way ahead, like holidays are really like diligently planned out. People block off their calendars. Kind of like a really rigorous way of planning out your life, I think. I appreciate that sometimes. Do you ever get called Phil? Yes, and I don't like it. I think the Pakistan comment, I think that guy thought him Pakistani, which I guess I might, I've been told I look Middle Eastern sometimes. And I have been pulled for extra security at airports sometimes. I don't mind, I'm not a big victim. If a ticket collector smiles at me, he's either a liar or a moron. Of course, his job isn't that enjoyable. I'm happier if you frown at me because okay. No, I'm not singing It's Coming Home Now. Stop asking me, everyone. Okay, we got, oh right, you have to go through extra time first. How much is on the clock? Why is someone holding up a Israel flag in the stands? That's interesting. I just saw that, the Star of David. Look at it right there in the upper left. Oh, Netanyahu is actually there. Oh, wow. Do you guys hear this song? Whoa, that is some Welsh. I don't understand that. Do you hear that? Guys are getting a little rowdy back there. Yeah, I did see Neymar's antics. I don't like all that falling down. It's really cowardly. No, I'm not Pakistani at all. I'm Hispanic. I'm Spanish, predominantly Spanish, but mixed with some Native American. Pakistani. Who wants to hear those guys interviewed on camera? Man, it's going to go on for another 30 minutes. Do immigration assume you are an illegal? No, they don't.
And look, I'm not.
I'll see what I can do.
I wouldn't blame you. You got that much to get. That is not his natural car. I don't care.
I'll see what I can do. We'll see. We'll put the. Would they be coherent? Thanks, Rick. Appreciate it. Welcome.
We're gonna have a movie to get garbage man.
No, I will not be asking that now. You think I want to get shot?
Hey, Brown, take off for me now. I played on 6 people.
Now, how are you? How are you? And how are you here? I was here bringing us up. Well,
So someone's injured out on the Croatian team. So remind me, the most recent elimination game before this, didn't England win? England won in penalties, wasn't it? How do I like the Brits? I like them very much. There's some that are really sweet, really kind, really noble. And then there are others who are just like any culture, I guess. You're going to get some bad apples, some that are like really disingenuous, backstabbing bastards. But that's just the way any culture has. First ever win on penalties. We beat Sweden. Say, go on England. Do you want me to scream, to yell out, go on England? All right. You guys ready? All right, here we go.
Don't come back in the yard. Alright?
Go on England!
How you gonna steal a garbage truck? Oh, okay.
I'll put down 95, I'll sell it down in Tampa.
I wanna see how far you get. Go ahead, try.
You got GPS on it?
No, I don't have a good English accent.
He can drive automatic.
I don't have a good English accent.
Where goes automatic? He can hear what's in his drive. Wilbur, you know how to drive an automatic?
Louder, they say. I'll do it louder when they score.
Allison transmission in there. They're big. They're, oh my gosh.
You think I'll succumb to the peer pressure? Come on, guys. I'm not that feeble. God save the Queen. No, I will not shout out God save the Queen if they score. The beer pressure. I like that. I like that.
I want to do something that's interesting. So that I'm using my own house. How is it interesting?
You go around the neighborhood. And you say,
Did you hit my rats?
they just say,
You know, I got bad luck. I got bad luck. Rats and needles don't.
No, 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 no.
men don't get into traffic.
I'm gonna try to get the waitress's attention, see if she wants to come have a quick chat.
I want more time now. Rachel, you were ready to drive? Yes, you were ready to drive.
Okay, so if I get someone on here, what questions do you want me to ask them? What questions? Serious. I'm sorry, I did see you, Brian, your comment before. Have I tried the UK citizen test? I was intending to make an episode on that. I still do. I'm going to make an episode about taking the immigration test.
I might have to talk to you.
I gotta take taxes out of it.
You need a license.
Oh, that's right.
Everybody know, I don't think he can do that.
Can you hold on to the back of the truck?
Rachel, you think you got a license?
Those had a license in 10 years.
Here we go, corner.
Oh, yeah. In alleys and cul-de-sacs.
You failed, and you're are you English, Barry? Let's watch this corner. There's that flag of David again, Star of David. Oh man. I've never been to Essex, but ooh, that was close.
Did you say you've never been to Essex?
I've never been to Essex.
Essex is right up the street.
Essex is right up the street. I think.
Bars you can look at down there too.
So I'm vlogging live right now. If you want to just say hi, these are British people.
I'm British people.
So there's an Essex nearby, isn't there?
Yeah, right,
Yes.
right down the street.
I think they mean Essex London,
Yeah.
which is like the only way is Essex. Have you ever heard of that show?
Yeah, our
It's
Essex,
like-
our Essex is a shithole, so.
Is it?
Yeah.
I think they would say Essex is similar to that.
So nobody from here is watching?
No, these are all British British watchers.
Hi.
Say hi, Brits.
Hi,
Hi,
Brits.
Brits.
What do you guys want to know?
Hello, Governor.
Essex in the UK is the same, he said.
Oh, there we go.
Oh,
Essex
so
in the
it's all
UK.
trash.
All right.
Yeah, yeah. So is it like white trashy
It's like
kind of
Dundalk.
thing?
It's like Dundalk.
Dundalk, right?
Don't ever go to Dundalk.
Now, are you guys following the World Cup at all?
Not really.
No, don't
I
care.
mean, I
Right?
watch it.
American football.
Yeah. So were you Ravens fans?
Yep.
Did they do well this year? Or no?
No,
No.
no, nobody likes it because they need
Oh, they kneel.
Yep.
Oh, that's not
Don't
good.
kneel during the anthem.
No. So, and the U.S. didn't make the World Cup.
Yeah, in a foreign country. In London.
That's when they did it, right?
Right.
That's embarrassing.
Yeah.
So then the fans reacted and they just stopped.
They lost a lot of money.
Yeah. Are you guys from Baltimore originally?
Pretty much.
So what do you call someone from Baltimore?
I was born in Canada.
What part? Toronto or something?
Outside of Toronto. Yeah.
Okay. So what do you call someone from Baltimore?
Baltimorean.
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 And is it still the Charm City?
It is. He says charm. There you go. Charm City.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heroin's kind of charming, I guess.
Heroin.
Don't listen to him. Don't listen to him.
He said heroin is kind of charming.
I guess so. That's what we're known for. And the
Is
Wire.
it? The Wire, right? So do you know the guy who was the big crime boss in The Wire?
McNulty?
No, the black dude. He was a British actor.
Was it?
Idris Elba. Yeah. So anyway, so people know Baltimore for
What
being.
nationality?
I'm Latin American, but people know the Baltimore as the highest crime rate, highest murder rate city of the country.
No, not
Yeah.
the highest. We're not
Is
the
that-
highest.
Yeah,
We're
I think
not the highest.
Chicago's number one.
Chicago's
Chicago's
highest.
number one.
We go back and forth.
Yeah, we're like third.
It's like neck and neck every year.
It's not that scary though.
So if you wanted someone to know, like this is what Baltimore is really about, a good thing,
Crabs.
what would you say?
Crabs.
Old Philadelphia Inn, right here.
Old
Crabs.
Crabs.
Yep.
So the food, crab cakes,
Today's $12 crab cake.
just
day.
crabs.
Crabs, crab cakes, anything crabs.
Gotcha. All right.
I mean, it's not all horrible. I have family in like West Virginia. They're like, "You're from Baltimore. Do you get shot at when you come out your door?" I'm like, no, not anything like that.
Yeah. And it's tough to walk the beat in Baltimore City as a cop, isn't it? Like that's,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I would assume so.
I wouldn't want any of my family members in uniform.
yeah.
Because they hate it. You can't even do your job.
Thanks for the interview.
Thanks for coming on it. Well, guys, I told you, I delivered. I delivered just for you. The things I do for my subscribers. How did you guys like that? What'd you think? Give me some comments. That was a taste of Americana. Unadulterated, pure, unfiltered, live interview of locals. 10 pubs out of 10. So what did I miss? Who's dominating the extra time? Thanks, Adam. No, stop asking me to sing It's Coming Home. I'm not singing that. I don't know the song.
60, there we go.
Make the lyrics up. No. This is going to be like put into the channel automatically. And you're shouting. See, this is how friendly Americans are. Those two people, they just came over. Like, I didn't ask them, and they didn't have to go through some awkward series of "this is why I'd like you to be on video." They just came over. So I'm telling you, it's genuine. The niceness is genuine. It's not fake. You guys need to. I should do like a subscriber-only tour of America, where I will be your tour guide. And I will introduce you to all that is good and wholesome of America. How dare you, Barry? How dare you? Classic British cynicism. Here we go. No. Good. Get it out of there. Come on, guys. Come on. Counter-strike. Come on. Counter-strike. I tell you, this Croatian team looks like it still has more gas in the tank.
Rob, how much time is left in those?
1 minute.
1 minute?
Well, actually, less than a minute. Less than a minute. Well, less than a minute. But then there's 15 more minutes.
That's another.
There's another 15 more minutes. They give him a break. They give him a
shootout.
Yeah.
All that playing as it comes down to.
Well, it hasn't ended yet. That's 15 minutes.
Ball playing, but that's why.
He had to do this. If he didn't do that, it would have went to jail.
Alcohol and America.
So it's in the box. So
Wow. That was close. Bread of heaven, no. I could sing. I know the words to Rule Britannia. I think I know the first lyric.
They correct him.
I was looking to explain. I was going to explain it to them. Can you hear them clearly?
From the field.
Can you hear what they're saying clearly?
Besides, there's only seconds left.
You know what? The other guy is. Not him, the other guy. baseball no more.
What are they spraying
Hey,
on?
how come they can spray in soccer but not baseball?
Good save, man. That was close.
They never do it no more. Never. They never used to spray in baseball.
Do you hear them talking about the spray?
Those sissy ass bitches.
Yeah, he's had some pretty good saves during the cup. Rule Britannia, Britannia rule the waves. Britain never ever shall be slaves. There you go. Do you want me to sing it louder? How ironic is this for sense of irony? You have an American in an American pub watching England play football singing Rule Britannia. Hang on, do it again. Rule Britannia, Britannia rule the waves. Britons never ever ever shall be slaves. That's just the chorus. Yeah, I don't. That's all I know by memory. Someone else. Someone typed the verse. Battle Hymn of the Republic is played in the proms. Really, that's news to me. I don't have a British flag with me.
I can't hear you, Mike.
Jack, if you said you could throw it.
I got out working until you got on the back that time. Pick me up one morning. Pick me up.
I'll pick you up and you look at the sky.
$200, you're gonna pay me $200?
All right, let me know.
I'll get in the back of that truck and I'll
Okay, here we go.
Drivers, I make $200.
How much you got in the back?
130.
Nah, I can't do that. I won't get out of bed.
No, I don't know God Save the Queen by memory.
Times 5 times 52. You don't want to work. You can't work.
I am trying to get. Well, I'm trying to research a way to get tickets to the last night of the proms. I've heard that is like the pinnacle, the climax of visible displays of patriotism. So I want to go see that. But it seems like tickets are hard to get. I don't know. Let's go, England.
Sorry. Look, I hate to say that, but hey, I can't work one foot. Well, I couldn't even do it. I think this man right here, I can everybody to do it, but if I put you guys 34,000 a year, but being how much? 34,000 a year.
Oh, in Hyde Park, they'll have a big screen. And then the people just on the lawn or on the grass or whatever.
You don't want 34,000 a year. You might need it in a week. In a week, you might need that one. That's not bad pay. Insurance too. They don't pay for insurance. Health insurance too. We'll see in a week. I know, hey, I tell you, your pay for your hair. We might only have this. This might only have your hair. A right hand and a left hand. Like all you don't have your hair.
Getting a little excited over there.
He probably says he's got a great job. He will have a right hand and a left hand.
Next place, other than that, 7 o'clock in the morning, Jeremiah.
I tell you what,
Back of that truck.
I will memorize the verses of Rule Britannia soon, and we'll sing it together.
He's a Muslim. He's a Muslim, though. He's a Muslim. No, Logan doesn't. Allah, Allah.
Are you? Do you hear what they're saying?
$1,100, bro.
I don't work until sunrise.
Hey, you better get a card.
Hey,
dude.
back.
I don't
On
work
July
until
26th,
sunrise.
he might take
I
that
can tell.
$1,100.
I can tell.
He might be going
Welsh
trying-
dragon,
Hey,
yeah.
he couldn't even get a month a lot.
I can outwork 2 of those guys.
If you can't do 49, you ain't nothing.
I got guys in my truck, 6'4", 240 pounds. Snort.
Wow, that was
You couldn't even last. Okay, you could last. You're court. And 1 hour. You're probably going like that's not good.
I think that is red wine.
Well, you got to bet. No, you got to bet. You're getting older. I'm getting older. I can't do it.
Man, it looks like it's just Croatia attacking.
You're tired. You're already 70. You're 70 already.
I'll be 70 next year.
You're 70 already.
No, next year.
You're 70.
Put me on the back of that truck, getting 150 hours, and I'll your head will spin.
Marty, I'll tell you what. I got a 70-year-old guy. Outwork you. Totally.
Why isn't England attacking? The drunk Americans. Oh no! No! No!
Oh, that sucks. I wanted to see the kickball. I know you do. That's what I thought. You like my thing.
Devastating, devastating, guys. Devastating, chaps. Did you hear the guy say, "Oh, I wanted to see the kickoff"? He meant the penalties.
Mike, take care. My stage, Mike.
Oh, he's a lefty? This is their solution? Okay, get some fresh legs in there. Go, go, go. I see Adams having a field day trolling the England fans. And they're still playing better. I don't know what to say, chaps. The silence is deafening. And they're still controlling the ball. What happened to him?
I'm all right, Rob. I'm okay. I'll got my plate. Look at this.
Come here, Wilbur. Come on, old buddy.
Old buddy.
Come on, old buddy, you can have one.
That's a good enough. I'm happy. I'm very good at that. That's all right. One wing. It's only one wing up here. If I do this every week, it's 52 wings. 52 wings a year.
What now, chaps? Yama police. Does that mean call the police? No, no. Come on, guys.
Yeah, it's over $2 off drink, $2.50 domestic bottle, and $4
We have a white bottle and cupcakes.
Come on, guys. Oh.
How long they play?
120 plus injury time.
That's actually a corner. It's actually a corner. This is going nowhere. This is not going anywhere. Okay, go, go. Go, go. Go, go, go. Just because I'm in love with an uptown girl. Wow, that guy's good. just sat back. Down girl. I did the interviews. Weren't you there? Oh, now Madonna's on the... There was a time when we thought we got lucky and sent her over to you lot, but then she came back, sadly. Hate Madonna. It's a retard. That's a handball. Alright, let's see here. It's over. It's over. Well, guys. Good point, BPG. They did. They overachieved this season. This cup. So are any of you going to watch the third place, the second place finish, or whatever you call it? You too, Joanne. Are you guys going to watch that other game? The Saturday game? Well, anyway, I'm going to sign off now. It's been brilliant being on here these few hours, and we'll see you next time.